Hi everyone, here is Acta and welcome back on my YouTube channel, and today it's time to try the new hero Paulin in the hero trial. So first of all we are gonna have a look to his kit, his exact coefficient on his skills, and then I'm gonna show you this kind of team because in the arena I think that it is gonna probably be the next meta here. So before we jump into the content, as always, if you enjoy it, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is the team I'm gonna use here. As you can see, I don't have any hero to cleanse, but there is a reason about that. Normally, if you can manage to get at least the first exclusive on this new hero right here, and if you have also Nicholas, then normally at the beginning of the wave, if you have enough resistance, more than 100% on Paulin, then your heroes will get a buff of 50% resistance. And this is pretty huge because at the moment, without exclusive, Nicholas gives also a 26% buff, resistance buff to all your allies. That means with Nicholas and Paulin exclusive 1, all your allies are gonna have 76% resistance at the beginning of the wave, and it is pretty huge. It is really huge. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you in the hero trial because in order to make it work, I have to have more than 100% resistance at the beginning of the fight with my Paulin, and here it is not gonna work because at the beginning of the fight here all the stats resets, so my Paulin here at the moment has only 26% effect resistance, so I can't show it to you, but trust me, it is gonna work this way. So you will be able finally to use space if you build her with a lot of effect resistance with her stuff, and with this kind of team you are gonna nuke the entire enemy team. Look at this. First of all, this is the first test. On this hero right here, you want to build him with a lot of effect resistance in order to proc his skills, okay? Then you want some effect hit right here, effect hit and mastery. Then we don't care that much. Okay, I'm just gonna do that here, the same resistance here, some effect hit and some crit rate, crit damage. Now my space plays first. Probably in the future we will have a lot of similar teams with a lot of exclusives, and so resistance with Nicholas full exclusives, etc. And so the enemies normally have a lot of resistance and have a lot of stats. If Ben Austin plays, then Lucifer is gonna kill my units. Also they have the apple coming from the passive of Nicholas exclusive 3, so normally it's a pain in order to try to kill them. And it is why I'm gonna try to modify some basic things right here. So I'm gonna increase the speed of my Nita because I want her to play before my focus normally. And yeah, this is it. Is it gonna work? Let's have a look. Maybe not, because still my focus has more speed than my Nita, so probably it won't work. But I can manage to change some basic things. Okay, it worked. Okay, she outspeeded him. That's nice. So I'm gonna use the ultimate and we are gonna see. Nice damage. They have some other poisons on them, so I reset her and now I use one more time her skill, and look at this. Everybody's dead. Okay, Nita is a great unit to have on this kind of content. So enough talk about it. Now I'm gonna change some basic things, okay? Because I don't want to kill enemies that fast. I want to show you the real usage of this unit right here. So normally if I remove one hero right here, maybe I don't want them to be that fast, because normally Paulin is a support hero, so you should be able to get a lot of exclusives on, a lot of speed on him, I mean. So I'm gonna lower this in the opponent team, and I'm gonna increase the exclusives of mine. No, first of all I want to try him. So okay, enough talk. Let's have a look to his kit. So now we have the coefficient. He's gonna increase the max HP of all allies by 50% using his ultimate right here, and then restores 16% of Paulin's max HP to all allies. And this is pretty huge. This is a great coefficient. That means he will heal a lot the allies, and also it's the coefficient without the skill ups. So he is gonna restore 22% HP of his own max HP to all allies, and this is pretty nice. Then if he has enough effect resistance, more than 100%, he will cleanse all the debuffs from all allies. And also with his passive, if he has more than 100% resistance at the beginning of the... every time someone tries to inflict a control effect on him, then he is immune to control effects, and he will get 20% turn meta and give 10% turn meta to all allies. And this is pretty huge, because he can cleanse your allies using this skill if he has more than 100% resistance. And then he becomes really interesting, maybe more than Catherine, because he will get a turn meta increase, so he will play before her, cleanse your allies, and maybe it's gonna be game changer. Okay, it should be really interesting. Also with the effect resistance up, this is pretty huge. And the defensive bonus right here, 60% defense and tenacity on all allies, it is pretty insane. And damage immunity for himself if he has more than 100% effects raised at the beginning of the wave. And also using his basic attack, he can remove all the buffs from enemies, and this is pretty awesome. Really awesome. So enough talk. Let's try something different in order to show you how it can work. I tried before with Malik. Where is he? Where is my Malik? This is Malik. Okay, with full exclusive, it's okay. I want to try him with that. And also, I'm gonna replace. Who do I want to replace in that team? Maybe Space, because I want the enemy to play before me and to apply some freeze and everything on my heroes. And I'm gonna use my Catherine with 3 exclusives. This is important. And on the opponent team, I'm not gonna use Ben Austin, because otherwise he is gonna it's gonna be hard to use him. Okay, or maybe I should. No, I shouldn't. Okay, let's remove him and put some other control units right here. So he is gonna freeze my units. Okay, let's try with this. Okay, but with this team I have a bit too much speed on my Malik, so I'm gonna reduce his exclusives to 3 maybe. Okay, so I have enough, the same amount of speed as other DPS, and my support will have a bit more, so it should be okay. Now they are buffing themselves. Okay, it doesn't matter, so I can buff myself. I'm gonna increase my stats. So I want to play him with a lot of crit rate, crit damage, and I don't need some effect hit. Maybe I'm gonna increase a bit to 50. It's not that much. 100% resistance right here and 100% effect hit here. On the opponent team, I'm gonna do the same. 100% effect hit on them and a crit rate, crit damage on Lucifer. Okay, this is it. So now all my units are not frozen, so I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'm gonna change something else. Yeah, I'm gonna change something else. I want to use my Space with no exclusives. And imagine I have the first exclusive on him. This is really important. The first exclusive for the arena is important, because normally I have the bonus in resistance, so normally I should be I shouldn't be frozen with my Space, and this makes the difference. So now let me change things a bit again. Okay, 10% right here, 100, all the crit rate, crit damage, because I want to play him as a DPS with some effect hit. Maybe only, yeah, 50% is okay, 40% is enough. And this is all for my heroes, everything up right here, and okay, it should be nice. Now I'm gonna increase the turn meta of my allies, and my Paulin is gonna play first. By the way, if you want to use his ultimate this way, you don't need exclusives on him, okay? I used him just because at the moment it doesn't give anything to my heroes, but normally it's supposed to give the buff of resistance. So I'm using this skill, and so I have more than 100% resistance on him, and so he is gonna cleanse all my heroes. And now they can play, okay? You don't need Catherine anymore for that. So now I'm gonna use this skill from him, and this is pretty huge. Look at this. He is gonna do 2 attacks thanks to his 3rd exclusive, and apply this debuff on them. That means if he do it one more time, then enemies are gonna be all frozen. And this is pretty nice, but there is something a bit bad right here, because as you can see, he is frozen, so I can't use it this time. So let's do this. Immortal and try to freeze enemies. So a lot of enemies are controlled, but Paulin is doing the same as me, so now I'm gonna have to take the attack of Lucifer. I can't cleanse myself. Okay, that was a bad idea, because of the Nazil right here. What should I put in my team in order to not take the Nazil? I'm gonna, yeah, why not? I'm gonna use Elik. Where is he? Elik without exclusives. It should be enough, okay? He's gonna take the debuffs of my Amalek. So let's try this. I increase. Okay, I was frozen. Normally I shouldn't be frozen because I should have more than 100% resistance on him. So let's try again. Okay, let's try again. Okay, this is fine. This is the perfect thing I want to have. So 100% resistance on him, 100% crit rate, crit damage. I want 40% effect hit. And this is pretty all for my heroes. And then 100% here, 100% here, 100% here. And same right here on Lucifer. So now everything is set up. So I'm gonna try to do this, and now I'm gonna use this. So I'm gonna cleanse the freeze on my focus, use this so I can play with my heroes. I'm gonna do this attack on Amalek. So I apply some unique debuffs on enemies and some tenacity and defense down, and I'm gonna reset him and redo it. So now, as you can see, enemies are frozen, and he pursues them because he was able to freeze them, and this is pretty nice. Now I'm gonna try to reduce the speed right here and increase mine, apply more buffs, steal the turn meta, apply the immortal, and okay, this is still really hard against this kind of team with these heroes right here, but it is pretty nice to see. I'm gonna show you something different, something more like what you are using normally at the moment with a Margarita. A Margarita with full exclusives in order to get more speed than my other units, and normally you can use a Biseiden, okay? Where is Biseiden? Biseiden is here, so it is pretty nice this way. And let's hope I'm not frozen on Space and Paulin. This is nice. Okay, so with Margarita you want full crit rate, crit damage, okay? You don't need more than 50% crit rate, because Biseiden is gonna give a lot of crit rate to her. So Paulin 100% effect resistance, and this is pretty all you need on your units. Then I'm gonna increase everything on them, resistance, effect hit, and now let's have a look to this. So cleanse my units. I'm gonna do the basic at the second skill here first on Catherine. Now I used Biseiden to give her an extra turn and full attack buffs on her. Now I'm gonna use her ultimate, but there is something a bit weird right here because there is Nazil, and so she is gonna get frozen. Okay, she wasn't frozen. And this is pretty nice because now I can use it again and I kill everybody. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the new meta in the arena, because now with this hero we will have 50% resistance on all our units at the beginning of the wave if he is exclusive one, and have more than 100% resistance. This is a huge coefficient, and also he can cleanse faster, because if there is a control hero in the opponent team, then he will get extra turn meta. Now let's talk about his other exclusives. The second one, it is the same as Queenland, okay? He will get 10% turn meta for every enemy with higher speed than him, so that means he will play before them. Let's have a look. Let's increase his exclusives. Okay, sorry, where is he? Second exclusive, enemy. I'm gonna set all enemies with full exclusives, okay? So all enemies are gonna have more speed than my Paulin normally. So let's have a look. Did you saw that? Now he got the increase, and so he is not frozen, and this is normal because normally he should have more than 100% resistance. And I'm gonna do the same right here, 50%, everything right here, and it doesn't matter about the enemy. Now I cleanse my heroes, increase the turn meta. He played before my space, this is super strong. And now I'm gonna use this second ability on Catherine right here. Okay, I didn't crit, it's okay. I'm gonna give her an extra turn and now deal the AoE attack. And now I can do it one more time. But I don't have the crit rate, but it's enough normally. And everybody is dead. This is a huge. This is pretty nice. Do you need the second exclusive right here? No, you don't. It will be a bit better, but trust me, it won't make a huge difference, okay? Because if you can manage to get the first exclusive at least, it will be really broken on arena. I mean, in PvE, it will still be really interesting. Finally, the last one right here is pretty nice, but not broken. So you don't need to have to focus him exclusive 3. But it will be interesting because he will do almost the same as Catherine, a Tuck exclusive one, and also Wim can do. That means play 2 times using 1 skill. Okay, I'm gonna run it again because it didn't work. Turn meter increase, this is pretty nice. So with the third exclusive, when he uses this skill, if he has enough resistance, so I'm gonna boost his resistance 50%, everything okay. He's gonna apply a resistance to debuff on all enemies and get an extra turn. So let's do it. 1 turn, he get an extra turn, and he can apply more buffs on your units, and this is pretty huge. With that, you are not gonna die anytime, or otherwise maybe, or maybe if there is a Ben Austin in front of you, it can be a threat because he can remove all the buffs, but he will need to focus him only because all your allies will be a stealth, and this is pretty interesting. So let's run this. So this time I've got frozen, but I'm gonna apply this on my heroes. And now I'm beginning to be frozen, it's a bit bad. So he can remove the buffs using his basic attack. So if you use Ben Austin with him and Catherine with the counter attack, every time he will use the basic attack, he's gonna remove 1 buff on all enemies. And this is insane. Look at this. Okay, but I failed this time, but you have the idea of the team. So that was all for the video. Tell me, what do you think about this hero in the comments? Is he broken or not? In my opinion, he is super strong. Maybe not broken. He is gonna change the meta, maybe help us, to beat Nicolas exclusive 3 teams. Also, without exclusive, he is really awesome. Tell me, what do you think? I hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, please like, comment, and subscribe if it's the case, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Infinite Magicraid. Play to slay.